Hello, my name is Jon Gardner. I am currently a senior at UNF. I've been there for about 2 years now. I'm a finance major, planning on graduating in spring 2020. I transferred here from Santa Fe College in Gainesville. Um, and yeah, so today I'm going to talk about Warren Buffett, pretty famous businessman that I'm sure a lot of people have heard about. Um, Personally, I like him because I'm taking an investments class, and I think what he's done is pretty interesting with the investing that he's done. He's known as the greatest investor of all time. So with that, I was going to talk about him growing up, his business career, his approach to how he manages, and also just some of the investing genius, that is himself. There's several books written about him, just him and his practices because of how well respected he is. He's also a philanthropist, family man, and he's also, believe it or not, known as one of the good guys on Wall Street. So growing up, he was born in Omaha, Nebraska. He was born in August 1930. This is actually right after the stock market crash. So growing up in the Great Depression, he was still an entrepreneur. As a child, he'd sell candy and newspapers, and he'd even sell sodas door to door just to try and make some money at the time, and actually became pretty successful and made about $5,000 then, which today's money is about $50,000. Um, he ended up as a teenager having to file taxes just because his business was doing so well, his newspaper business. He also had purchased stocks at that point already, so at 11 he was already investing in stocks. After that, he went to Columbia Business School for college. After college, he came out and was a stockbroker for a very brief stint, and then he began acquiring companies. Like he's known as the Oracle of Omaha, back to the good guy on Wall Street thing. So during his business career, he has accrued about $83 billion dollars. At least that's what his worth is on Forbes right now. It's up to date. He has stocks in some of the largest companies in the world: ABC, Coca-Cola, also the Washington Post. Um, but he also is the owner of a company called Berkshire Hathaway that owns more than 60 companies in the United States currently. Geico, Duracell, and Dairy Queen are a few of those. Him and Bill Gates have actually come together to form a pledge that they call the Giving Pledge. They want other billionaires to also pledge half of their wealth to charity. Uh, Warren Buffett has already pledged to give 99% away, and this year alone, so far, he's donated $3.6 billion dollars to charity. So his approach to management is a little different because he believes in being honest and being good, which doesn't really seem like something a big time billionaire would be about. Just because he's not 100% about maximizing profits. If there is an investment that he doesn't think the management is right with the other people, then he won't invest in it. He won't even deal with it. He wants to only deal with other investment companies that are maybe as honest or as good as he deems them. He has a goal that he wants to achieve with the people that he works with, and he wants people to know that when they do business with Berkshire Hathaway, Berkshire Hathaway, that they're going to be doing good business that they can trust. Um, he's very thorough, and he always does his research. And when it comes to these things, he takes it very seriously. He treats his employees very well. He's always talking about how well they're doing, and he knows that the key to seeing the success that he's seen is by actively managing his employees, but doing it well and not getting on their backs too hard. He's a genius when it comes to investing, and this is a question that everybody needs to ask: is do you want to deal with passive or active, management styles when you're investing? And he preferred active. He wanted to get a higher alpha back, and with that alpha, you get a higher risk adjusted benchmark. So that would mean he'd get a larger return on what he was expected to get. So he's really believed that the market isn't efficient, and so with that, there's never been any evidence of it just consistently working. So that's why he's choose the active method so he can, consistently come in or come out, get into an investment, get out of another one. He mainly deals with mutual funds just because of the active management style. Um, he's just found ways throughout time to purchase funds that were undervalued and stock up on them, and then he would just somehow avoid the overvalued ones, and those are the ones that people get in trouble with. For him, his risk allocation, probably early on was a little bit more of a problem, but I mean now it doesn't affect him anymore. His portfolio is so large and so well diversified that it's not a problem for him to even have to worry about it anymore. But the real risk for him is if he were to do business with somebody that, isn't honest or as good, that, it's the standard that he set. So, my name's John. I hope you enjoyed my presentation on Warren Buffett.